Fade the public betting strategy. Fade the public betting is one of the most repeated strategies in sports wagering. Bet against the crowd. Take the other side. Let the masses lose while you win. The logic is sound. The public loses money, books stay in business. Therefore, betting opposite the public should work. But it's not that simple. Blindly betting against popular sides won't make you profitable. The fade the public betting approach needs context, and context requires understanding when and why betting against the crowd actually provides value. Next, what fade the public betting actually means. Fading the public means betting against the side that receives the majority of bets from recreational bettors. Most sportsbooks track the percentage of bets placed on each side. When 75% of bets land on the Cowboys, the public is on Dallas. Fading the public means taking the opponent. This isn't the same as betting against the better team. Sometimes the public is right about who will win. The question isn't who wins the game. It's whether the line accurately reflects the true probability. When public money pushes a line past fair value, the other side becomes mathematically attractive. That's the fade. Next, why public money moves lines. Sportsbooks don't set lines to predict outcomes. They set lines to manage risk. When money comes in heavily on one side, books face exposure. If 80% of the money is on the favorite, and the favorite covers, the book loses. To balance their risk, they move the line to attract money on the other side. Here's how the mechanism works. A game opens with Team A as a 3-point favorite. Early money comes in on Team A. The book moves the line to -3.5. More money on Team A. Now it's -4. Still more. The line closes at -4.5. The underdog, Team B, went from +3 to +4.5 without doing anything. No roster changes, no injury news, just public perception pushing the number. That extra 1.5 points matters. In the NFL, games decided by 3 to 4 points are common. Getting an extra point or two on your side changes outcomes. Next, the data on public betting. Studies of historical betting data show consistent patterns. Games with heavy public action on favorites tend to see line movement toward those favorites. The closing line reflects public bias more than opening lines do. When you look at results, underdogs in heavily public games cover at rates slightly above 50%. The exact number varies by sport and sample period, but the direction holds. In NFL games where 70% or more of bets were on the favorite, underdogs have historically covered around 51 to 53% of the time. That's not a massive edge, but it's enough to matter at -110 odds. The pattern is stronger at certain thresholds. When public betting reaches extreme levels, 80% or more on one side, the contrarian value tends to increase. The more lopsided the public action, the more the line gets pushed past fair value. Next, when fading the public works. Not every public side is a fade. Context determines value. Heavy public action on a true mismatch doesn't create value. If the Patriots are 14-point favorites against a bad team and 80% of bets are on New England, the public might be right. The line might be accurate despite the lopsided action. Fading works best when public perception exceeds reality. Look for these situations. Popular teams with inflated lines. Big market franchises like the Cowboys, Lakers, and Yankees attract public money regardless of their actual quality. When these teams are favorites, the line often reflects name recognition more than current form. Overreaction to recent results. A team that won big last week attracts more public money this week. A team that lost badly gets faded by casual bettors. These reactions tend to overcorrect. Primetime games. Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, and nationally televised games get more casual betting action. The public is watching, the public is betting, and the lines reflect it. Rivalry games. High-profile matchups attract more recreational money. Alabama versus Auburn, Yankees versus Red Sox, Lakers versus Celtics. The betting public has opinions on these games whether they've analyzed them or not. Next, when fading the public doesn't work. Some situations look like fades but aren't. Sharp money aligned with the public. Sometimes the public and the professionals are on the same side. If 75% of bets are on the favorite, but the line moves toward the underdog, sharp money is pushing back. The public percentage alone isn't enough information. Low total games. In games with low point totals, variance is higher and margins matter more. A 1-point edge on a game expected to be 17-14 is worth more than the same edge on a 45-42 game. Fading the public in low-scoring affairs requires additional analysis. Small sample situations. Early in a season, public betting patterns are less reliable. It takes several weeks for consistent public biases to emerge in the data. Non-mainstream sports. Public betting percentages for niche leagues, international competitions, and non-major sports are less reliable. The sample of bettors is smaller, and the percentage data is noisier. Next, how to identify true contrarian spots. Start with public betting percentages, but don't stop there. Check multiple sources. Different sportsbooks and tracking sites report different numbers. Look for consensus. If 3 sources show 75% or more on one side, the public lean is real. Watch line movement. If the public is on the favorite and the line moves toward the favorite, that's expected. If the public is on the favorite and the line moves toward the underdog, something else is happening. Reverse line movement often signals sharp action. Consider the total. Heavy public action often correlates with overbets as well. The public likes points. When a game has extreme public action on the favorite and the over, the contrarian play might be the underdog and the under. Look at the spot. Is this a prime-time game? A popular team? Coming off a big win or loss? The more boxes checked, the more likely the public bias is inflating the line. Factor in the number. A team might be a contrarian play at +7, but not at +4. Value is always relative to the line. Don't fall in love with a side independent of the spread. Next, the psychology of fading the public. Fade the public betting is psychologically difficult. You're betting against the consensus, often on teams expected to lose. When the bet loses, you feel foolish. You took the worst team and they lost. The outcome confirmed what everyone else believed. When the bet wins, there's less satisfaction than you'd expect. You didn't pick a winner, you picked a loser who covered. This emotional asymmetry causes many bettors to abandon contrarian approaches during losing streaks. They switch back to favorites, chase public sides, and return to losing patterns. Surviving as a contrarian bettor requires accepting that you will often be betting on teams that lose. The goal isn't to pick winners. The goal is to beat the spread at a rate above 52.4%. Next, building a fade the public betting approach. Start with filters. Don't try to fade every public side. Set a threshold. Games with 65% or more public action on one side are your starting universe. Higher thresholds, 70 or 75%, reduce volume but may increase edge. Add context filters. Focus on NFL and college football, where public betting patterns are most reliable. Add NBA during the regular season. Be more selective in MLB and NHL, where public data is less consistent. Track your results. Keep records of which spots work and which don't. Your data will eventually tell you where your edge is strongest. Manage your bankroll. Contrarian betting produces lots of losses. You need a bankroll that can absorb 10 to 15 game losing streaks without busting. Flat betting, same amount on each game, helps smooth variance. Stay patient. The edge is small. You need hundreds of bets to see reliable results. Judging the approach after 20 or 30 bets is premature. Next, what fading the public won't do. This approach won't make you rich quickly. It won't win every week. It won't eliminate losing streaks or make betting feel easy. What it can do, applied consistently over time, is put you on the right side of the market's structural inefficiency. The public loses. You don't have to lose with them. The contrarian edge exists because of predictable cognitive biases that affect how recreational bettors make decisions. As long as casual money flows into the market, opportunities to fade that money will persist. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more contrarian betting analysis. Learn more strategies at loserwins.com.